Hey everyone, I just kind of wrote something up to help this video up, so if you see my eyes flicker everywhere, it's because I'm trying to read this paper. Anyway, I'm making this video because I'm not happy with how people who oppose cannabis perceive it. Most of you against it have no true idea of what cannabis could do for our country. I'm here to correct common misconceptions and hopefully educate and inspire all of you to do your own research on this miracle plant. I will now name several untruths. Marijuana causes cancer. Marijuana makes you infertile. Marijuana kills brain cells. Marijuana is a gateway drug. Marijuana use while pregnant results in a higher infant mortality rate. While professionals say they have done studies to prove these to be true, they couldn't be farther from the truth. Marijuana causes cancer is one of the most common misconceptions people have about cannabis. In fact, marijuana has proven itself time and time again to do the exact opposite of this. There's a man out there called Rick Simpson who has come up with a method to produce hemp oil he has named Phoenix Tears. Phoenix Tears has had an amazing effect against most illnesses, including but not limited to skin cancer, tumors, leukemia, lung cancer, breast cancer, diabetes, depression, anxiety, etc. This oil can be ingested or in some cases applied topically, such as if you had skin cancer. Alright. It is even argued that we should ingest this oil on a daily basis to counteract all the toxins our body absorbs from the surroundings. Alright. He suggests we should take about a gram of this oil a day to help counteract any pollutions that are emitted in the air. I've seen a video on YouTube and everything of this guy. He did a whole thing on all these planes flying over his house in Texas, and they look like they're spraying something, and they make these clouds, and after they're sprayed he coughs and gets itchy and all that, and he does some research on it, and it turns out that they're actually spraying chemical waste and all that kind of shit out there. And this is what one of my examples. You know, we should be ingesting this oil to counteract anything like that. All right, marijuana does not make you infertile or decrease your sex drive. I mean, seriously, I'm not the only one who has had sex high, right? And it's better. I mean, it's better. All right, that speaks for itself. Marijuana kills brain cells. No. Cannabis is known to rejuvenate cells. Albert Einstein, Abe Lincoln, George Washington, and many other great figures in our history has used cannabis. So don't give me that load of bullshit. Like, seriously. Marijuana is a gateway drug. Now, this right here is probably the most controversial statement ever. I've seen to this day, and this is why. If marijuana was legal, we would have dispensaries that would be the ones to sell the public, not the dealers. That's where the problem lays, with the dealers, not the plant. We have kids getting involved with shady characters who push some even shadier products. Example, laced marijuana, narcotics, acid, meth, etc. And I'm not even trying to get the kids hooked. I mean, that's our problem nowadays. People are so fucking against legalizing marijuana that everybody has to go to a shady character unless they either personally grow it themselves, or they personally know someone who grows it for them. All right, that's the only way, apparently now, that we can avoid this misconception, is to legalize it and let dispensaries speak for themselves and everything, and the results come out. It would be undeniable, the effect it would have on reducing addictions to other drugs. It's unfathomable, and I don't even know how to say that word. Alright, but no, seriously, this is how I feel on it, right? This is how I feel on it. Alright, we have the Mexican drug cartel trying to get not only cocaine but marijuana through the borders, right? Because it's one of the legal substances. Alright, if we make marijuana legal and more available to the public than having to do backdoor shopping, is what I like to call it, then we could greatly reduce the money that goes into drug cartels. because marijuana is one of their biggest cash crops, along with cocaine. So if we cut marijuana out of things that they can make money off of, then we have the upper hand on abolishing the actual criminals and those who give us the bad name. Alright? You get what I'm saying? Probably not. I'm high. Alright. Marijuana kills unborn babies. I've seen that exact post on Facebook, and that's so fucking far from the truth. A study was done about this, and here's the results. I'll show it to you after I read it off. No drugs at birth, and these are the amount of deaths. 15.7 deaths per 1,000 live births. Cocaine positive deaths. 17.7 deaths per 1,000 live births. Opiate positive deaths. 18.4 deaths per live births. Cannabis positive deaths. 8.9 per 1,000 births. I think that speaks for itself. Alright, and at this point, I want to address all the other benefits of cannabis. I don't need a paper for that because this comes from my heart. Alright, if cannabis and all other hemp products were legal in the United States, we would vastly reduce logging of our trees and everything. We'd be able to save more forests and habitats. And I'm not naturally, or normally a big tree hugger and everything, but I do like to breathe and I do like my oxygen, and unfortunately trees are the only ones that give it to us, so stop cutting them down and grow weed. Alright, because we would be able to replace most tree products with hemp. We could make paper, ropes, we can make bottles, so there goes plastic. We can make biodiesels out of the hemp oil. Alright, we could there's just so many things you can do with it. Sails, clothes, you can sustain healthy diet and get nutrition from eating the seeds of the cannabis plant. I mean, there's nothing wrong about this. Alright, I've heard testimonies of people on Facebook and saw their success story using marijuana, and it really inspires me. I really want to be one of those people who has an effect on the decision on making it legal and everything, or at least decriminalize it. And everyone, I'm making this video, I don't even know what today is. It's 2/24/2012. So it's February 24th. Alright, at this point, I'm all for Ron Paul. Not because of his just wanting to decriminalize marijuana, but because he wants to give the power back to the states. Alright? To the people, man. It's to the people, and this is what this guy stands for. Alright, I just wanted to get that in there. Anyway, I'm just really hoping this video is not only funny to help, some tension out the room and everything, but it's also educational. I mean, obviously, I promote people doing their own research on any subject, and I will say I hope y'all do your own research on this too. Don't just go by what I say. I mean, you can because it's right, but if you're a hard believer, do your own fucking research. Don't just do things and say things by what you hear. Make sure for yourself. Alright? Anyway, that's all the time I got. Love y'all. Peace, one love.